Hey guys, my name is Skylar. I am completely blind. I'm autistic and I have a chronic heart condition. I don't know if you can see, but today, I don't know if you can see, but I have a little boo boo there because we just got back from what I call the Devil's Chamber. Devil's Chamber is my term for the lab or the draw station, the blood draw station. So let me tell you how my trip to the Devil's Chamber went. And please forgive my voice because my nose is like swollen shut. So sorry. So first, my mom had to go to an MRI. So she was gone before I even got up. So when I got up, I got ready, got dressed, teeth brushed, because I knew I was going to have to take the death march and march to go to the Devil's Chamber, which made me really nervous because I don't know if you can tell, but I really hate that place. For us autistics, getting blood drawn can be kind of nerve-wracking. Anyways, so Dad picks us up, and the whole journey to the place and even the wait in the waiting room, to us, or to me, it was like a criminal being marched to the gas chamber. It was very nerve-wracking. So, what I do to help with like tension and stuff, right at needle entry point, right when the needle goes in, I always have my mom say one of my favorite words, and I usually pick the word ahead of time, and she says it. Dad is not really comforting because he has needle phobia, so he like looks away, so he doesn't know when it's coming, so he just doesn't like to do that. So he's about as comforting as a cactus with an ice pack in the middle of it. Anyway, so after she's gets the requisition straightened up so she can draw the blood, I asked her if my specimens would be going to the testing lab via the hmmm tube. In case you don't know what a hmmm tube, it's a pneumatic tube. It's kind of like those air tubes at the banks or drugstores where you would put your prescription in and it would go and it would send it to the pharmacy via the air tubes, compressed air. They use the same systems in hospitals and labs. So after drawing the blood, they'll put the vials with my blood in them into this little carrier, this little canister, and it'll go and send it to the lab. She said yes. She said yes, that my specimens would be arriving at the lab to be tested via the hmmm tubes or the pneumatic tubes. Now just knowing this comforted me because I'm a 90s kid, so I have nostalgia from those tubes because they used to be at how we would get our prescriptions at drugstores, or they would be in banks a lot. Plus, I just like machines that go that make the sound. Anyways, so it finally got to the point where it was time to draw. Needle time. Right as, luckily they drew Mom's blood before they drew mine, so Mom was finished. So she was able to hold my sweaty ass hand, and she said my favorite word right as the needle went in. This helped a lot. See, my needle phobia is not the traditional needle phobia. I'm not afraid of blood or things like that. I'm afraid of unhelpful cues. A lot of phlebotomists, pharmacists, druggists will give cues like they'll say relax or take a deep breath, or they'll tell you to count or whatever. That doesn't work for me because it's not aligned with my special interests. the only thing that helps me to relax for blood draws or anything else is when somebody says one of my favorite words. I'm also afraid of getting my picture taken for the same reason. People will give unhelpful cues like cheese or smile, neglecting to realize that the only thing that makes me smile for pictures is for somebody to say my favorite words. So my fear of needles and my fear of cameras come from the same place. So finally, we get to come back home, and like my chest was hurting pretty bad, and I got undressed. I had to take another needle too because I give myself Ozempic every day. Today's Tuesday, so I had to give myself my Ozempic, but my Ozempic is not as nerve-wracking as the trip to the Devil's Chamber was, because when I give my Ozempic, I give it to myself. I'm in control of everything, and I usually have a video playing in the background that has my favorite words playing in it. So yeah. And we always get treats. We autistics, we have a strong if and then logic. If I do this, I should get that. If I get my blood drawn today, I should get some type of treat or reward or something, which I have. I also tried with my fear mild exposure therapy to try to find things that sound like the real thing. Like, I've looked for like ASMR videos of cameras, like photo sessions, like role plays of photo sessions, or I have looked for ASMR videos of IV starts or blood draws because they contain all the sounds of the real thing, but they don't really work because they also contain the unhelpful triggers, like, the IV role play that I saw told me to relax or breathe, and like I said, that doesn't work. So I mean, it's been kind of hit and miss, but I just stick to what I know works, which is I always have somebody say one of my favorite words. And it really comforted me when the phlebotomist told me that my blood would be arriving at the testing facility via the hmmm tubes. Now, it's time for the fun. My brother got me these when he went to the store. This is a gingerbread man, or a gingerbread person, whatever you call it. Now he brought me these a few days ago, and the reason that these have special interest to me is because of the way they're shaped. A gingerbread man, it kind of looks a little bit like a stick figure, and the way its arms and legs are positioned, it kind of looks like, well, like one of my favorite words, corpse. Let me show you. See? Its arms and legs are kind of positioned like the corpse pose in yoga. So when I eat gingerbread men, it reminds me of the word corpse because of the way that they're shaped. I have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of favorite words. Corpse is just one of them. I also like the word cadaver. True story. Kind of means the same thing, but not really. Corpse comes from Latin corpus, meaning body. Cadaver comes from Latin, I think it's pronounced cadir. I'm not sure. It means to fall, which makes sense. Dead, falling. I've had 2 needles today. I had my Devil's Chamber, or I call it DC for short, and my Ozempic. I am discovering a lot more, even now, about my autism, including my fears and triggers. And I know that my fear of needles and cameras is coming from the same thing, lack of autonomy. People neglecting to realize what works for me and to provide that. Like pharmacists or druggists or phlebotomists saying relax or deep breath, and photographers saying smile or cheese, even though that's what they were taught maybe. It doesn't really work for autistics. With the relax analogy, this is what I always try to say. When you tell me to relax or calm down or deep breath, that's like if you were in a roller coaster and somebody told you to try to solve a math problem. Like if you were in a roller coaster and I was sitting calmly on the ground going, what's 2 plus 9? You might know what 2 plus 9 is while you're calmly on the ground, but when you're in the roller coaster, that kind of takes up all your brain thinking room, you know? So getting a corpse cookie, as I like to call it, that's what I call these gingerbread men. Getting a corpse cookie is a really good cheer me up for after getting those 2 needles. So my brother, he really used his brain. Really good timing. And by the way, I made the phlebotomist laugh a lot today. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me finish my corpse cookie, and God bless.